everyone, it's TragicPlumbob here again, and we have got a build video. So this is quite a long video, to be honest. It's about 40 minutes, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to speak throughout the whole thing, to be honest, because I'm just not used to speaking that long. Like, I struggle with speaking for 10 minutes when we're doing a CAS video, let alone 40 minutes. That's like nearly an hour. Oh my goodness, that's nearly an hour. But to be fair, the build itself took about 3 hours, so I did cut it down to 40 minutes. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't be able to speak for 3 hours. So yeah, no, I did really enjoy this build. So this is for quite a large family. I think it's a family of 4. I did this build quite a long time ago. So what the plan is, I'm actually going to be doing videos like quite, so I'll build it, do a voiceover, and then so I'll remember exactly what I've built, rather than getting into this stage of recording loads of video and not remembering what it actually looks like, what's inside of it, and what's the family to go into it. So I was going to start building things to go into my save file, but to be honest, I don't actually think I want this to be as part of my save file. I think this kind of build was just for me to get used to actually building full houses again. So probably for the last 6 months I haven't really been building houses at all, to be honest. I've just been doing CAS or like dollhouse rooms and stuff, because I just haven't really had much inspiration to do like large builds that take quite a long time. And also I think it's I think it's a bit of a confidence thing, because I've got so many friends on Instagram who can build really big builds and do them really well, whereas that's probably, it's not the thing that I would say I'm very good at. But so the reason why I decided to do a save file in the first place and start doing house builds was so that I could actually get better at building, because I do really enjoy it, and I have created some things that I've been really proud of. But yeah, I just want to create more things and just have a bit of fun with it. So one of the things that I really want to improve on is roofing. I don't enjoy roofing. I find it really difficult, and I don't understand how people do it. So Jessica Pie YT, she literally has the best roofing for like all of her builds, and I don't understand how she does it. I don't understand how you get your roof in that shape, because all I can literally do is a square and a triangle style shape. Actually, that is a lie. So I was so proud of this moment. Like, I wish you could understand how proud I was. So I recently did a cottage build, and I did like a little bay window, and I got the roofing to actually fit like in little diagonals on it, and I copied it and I pasted it, and it actually looked really good. And I was like, oh my goodness, I know how to roof. But no, I really don't know how to do roofing very well. Like, you can see at the moment, I'm still not, like, I look at that and I'm not 100% happy. Like, it works, I'll keep it like that. But yeah, no, as soon as I have like a weird shape, I'm just like, how do you roof it? I honestly have no idea. I've definitely got better at landscaping since before, like when I first started Instagram. I never used to landscape at all, to be honest. I used to put a bush here, there, and I didn't even used to use terrain paint. So I think I've definitely come a long way with building since then. So I didn't go to be honest, I didn't go too heavy on all of the landscaping for this. I do use trees to cover up errors, so if you see a tree, it's most likely a TragicPlumbob error in the build. To be fair, that one on the side, that's not a TragicPlumbob error, that's just, I thought it like kind of filled the gap. So yeah, I mainly use trees to fill the gaps or to cover errors, because the one thing that I really struggle with, and I might actually do a shell challenge at one point just to kind of get ideas on what to do, but I cannot landscape gardens. Like, I see all these ideas with people where they use like the little paths to go to like the little seating area, or to go to here, to go to there, and then it gets to my garden and I'm like, oh, don't even know how to put stairs somewhere. So I really struggle with that. So I really want to get some more ideas on how to do that. So also, just to mention in this build that there is a few CC items. I think for my save file that I'm going to be doing, I am not going to be using CC, I don't think. It's really difficult for me to say because I prefer using CC in all of my builds, but I want to actually have a save file that doesn't have any CC in it. So when I use CC, mainly what I do is I'll use all of the furniture like sofas, fridges, ovens, all of that stuff that's in game, and then I will use CC to clutter the space to make it look like it's lived in. And that's just my preferred way of decorating. I think it looks better. I think there's so much CC that we can use to make our games look real, like having like a cup of tea on the side that actually has like a slice of lemon in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, I've just come in and made a cup of tea and it's on the side. And like kettles as well, like I don't understand why we don't have a proper like electric kettle in the game. I don't. So there's little, and toasters, like why on earth don't we have like a little toaster, like, you know, like a little on the side toaster? Because they're the things that I really think the game's missing. Like I know, so at the moment people are talking about the new packs that are coming out this year in 2022, and to be honest, I don't really want a wedding pack. Like, if you have a look at my Instagram, I've created quite a few posts to do with weddings and stuff like that, and I think, to be honest, with a combination of CC and maybe, do you know what, even with in-game stuff, you don't even have to use CC. We could easily create a wedding and stuff. So, I don't know, I'm not really... Wedding's not the first thing that I would be like, oh my god, yes, I really want that in my game, because it's not. I think I would rather just have a full, like, even 2 kits worth of clutter, just to make builds look realistic. Like, I don't understand why that's just being put to the side. And no, I mean, I think, so I wouldn't mind like a generation pack that has more stuff that was in, is it Parenthood? So small stuff that was in Parenthood. I think, like, if we could get more clutter that's to do with families and stuff like that, like a generation kit, I would be really, really happy with. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do for the game pack. That will be interesting to see, to be honest. Because, I mean, it's a bit worrying that they haven't announced an expansion pack. So, I don't know about any of you, but I am really nervous about them coming out with Sims 5. I really don't know what they're going to do, how they're going to change the game, and it just makes me really worried, because I really don't want them to change the game and then that's it, we're just stuck with playing old Sims 4 and we can't, I mean, I'd like to think that they won't, because I know that there was a lot of conversations about the game being so like online, so you can talk to people, and to be honest, I don't play Sims to talk to people like in the nicest way possible. Like, if I want to talk to people, I talk to them like on Instagram. I don't talk to them in the game, because I'm literally, you know, it's my time to get out of reality and build stuff and pretend that I'm an interior designer and, you know, all of that shenazzle. But I don't want to sit and go around people's houses and actually talk to them. Like, literally, I you know, I do that enough in real life. So this is my time to get out of real life. So that, yeah, I get really nervous thinking about that. And it's also, the thing that I get really worried about is, not that like creating content is the be all and end all of life, but I get worried that obviously, like, when a new game comes out straight away, like, you don't have CC, like CC takes years to like kind of get going and to get started and stuff, and it will take content creators quite a long time to start doing CC for the new game, and that makes me worried, because I mean, a lot of my Sims themselves are, you know, this with the use of CC, and I just don't know. Yeah, I think I'm, you know, overthinking what they're going to do with the game and stuff. So anyway, going back to the build, so as you can see, I did start with a path at the beginning, but then I decided to landscape, and to be quite honest, I'm not 100% with how I landscaped all of this. What I wish I had done is like a wall coming off of the side of the house with like a little gate, and then it goes into the garden. But yeah, no, I don't really like the shape of it or how it looks, but it is what it is. It's now built and I'm doing a voiceover for it, so, you know. I do like the little idea here of the arranged like bushes and stuff, so they're like, you know, they've been there planted for a purpose, and you know, it looks like it's actually been done by a sim, so it's like gardening like stuff there. But yeah, no, I wasn't, to be honest, I'm a bit gutted that I have recorded all of this outside stuff, because I'm not too happy with it. And you can see, look, I'm yawning. That doesn't promote my video very well, does it, if I'm yawning whilst talking about it? Yeah, but so this home was meant to be for a family, so I was trying to make the outside like quite like, you know, it was made for a family and stuff. But I mean, to be fair, actually, now that the landscaping's coming a bit more together, it doesn't look as bad as it originally did. I absolutely love them bushes. So those bushes with like the pink roses, they're from Discover University, and I think they're in the debug menu. And yeah, they're probably like one of my most used plants in the game, because first of all, they like take up a lot of space, and then secondly, they're just such like a nice colour and a good shape and stuff. So the other thing as well that I'm going to start doing, I really want to learn how to use the tool mod, because there's a few things that some creators do, so like Simlissy, Jessica Pye, and a few others that I follow, and they do use the tool mod to like manipulate the terrain, and also to like when they're doing apartment renovations. So like you can change the doors and stuff in apartments, and I really want to include that in my builds. But every time, I don't know whether I'm just stupid or what, but every time I go to use the tool mod, I just don't understand it at all. I find it so confusing. Like, it's like maths, like on axes and knowing what axis to put stuff on. So if you can recommend a good link to learn how to use the tool mod, that would be really appreciated, because yeah, I don't know how to use it, and I really want to use it. So the other thing as well that I would like to get better at is using the terrain tool, not just for like painting the floor, but actually using different levels and making, you know, having different entrances and stuff, because I think there's so much you can do. But yeah, I'm a bit worried on how to use, well, not worried, but I just don't feel confident enough, and when I do try it, it ends up being such a ball ache that I can't be bothered with doing it anymore, so then I give up quite quickly. So yeah, any videos or any suggestions on how to use it, that would be absolutely fab. And as well, any roofing videos. I've watched one, which I think was by James Turner, but no offence, James, not that you'll ever watch my videos, but it was quite like a basic video on how to use roofing, and I think I've got like the basic knowledge on how to do roofing, but it's trying to do like the more technical ones, like the ones that are like, yeah, just a bit more harder, like the harder shapes and stuff. So I don't know how much I can talk about this, but I am in the process of designing a very large build, can I say it? Yeah, I probably can, to be honest. It shouldn't matter too much. So I am in the middle of making a castle, and it is for a collaboration, and but it's turning out to be quite challenging, because I'll be honest, I've never made a castle before in The Sims, and that was one of the reasons why I got really excited about this collaboration, because I've never made a castle before, and it's really out of my comfort zone. So, but the roofing is a nightmare. Like, it's quite easy when you're doing, you know, like the cylinder shape, and then it's just a triangle on top, but it's all of the other like ones when you're like linking that together and stuff. And I really want to use, like, you know how it's actually more like Notre Dame. So you know, like in Notre Dame, how you've got like the roof that looks like goes up and down, and then you've got gargoyles and stuff like that. That's what my aim is. But yeah, it's not turning out exactly how I planned, and I think it's because of my knowledge on roofing and stuff. But yeah, I mean, so in the next few videos, I am planning to make sure that my builds are a bit more, like, I'm going to try different styles of housing and things like that. So one of my biggest, like, issues is I always revert to going to like a cottage, tiny living style house, and I really want to get away from that and try really like every week I'm trying to build something slightly different, and I do want it to be a full build rather than just keep doing Kaz and doll houses. Although don't get me wrong, I still will do doll houses and Kaz, and to be honest I might still record them because that is probably like my favourite thing to do in Sims, but I feel like I've accomplished more when I've done a like full build. So anyway, we're now moving on to the inside of the house. I do find floor plans quite difficult. I do think it's easier when you follow a floor plan rather than trying to create one from scratch, but with this build I did create it from scratch. So the one thing that I did know was where the kitchen was going to go, so I knew it was going to go into this square right there where I've just put those double doors, so behind that was where the kitchen was going to go. The thing that I was trying to do, what I really wanted to do was I wanted to get to the garden, you go through the kitchen and you go out that way, but that didn't end up happening, so I did try to make it its own little room for that. So I did all the floor planning first and then I did the furnishing. So yeah, at the moment I'm just doing the upstairs. I don't know why on earth I used a fence as the banner? The banner? Is that what you call it? A banner? I don't think that's what you call it in other countries, but banner? Anyway, so yeah, I think I had, so in this build I think I had 2 twin girls, a father, a mother and an older child. So the main character that I developed and I thought about quite a lot was the older sibling. So she was meant to be like, I thought that she was like a little bit grungy, and she created all of her own jewellery as well, and she also would sell her jewellery at high school. So when I created her, when I created her room and stuff, she had like a little desk that had it's got like this CC item which is a tree, and it has loads of necklaces hanging off. And the reason why I did that was because she creates her own jewellery, and yeah, she tries to sell it. So she's got her own Plopsy account and things like that. She hasn't told her mum, but the reason why she's done that is because she was quite inspired by her mum. So the father is quite rich, he is a lawyer, and that's why they're in this quite nice house. But the mum, because she doesn't have to work, because she's been an at-home mother and stuff, and she has got like quite a lot. She didn't want to basically sit at home and do like, just house chores and things like that. She wanted to do other things. So she also started her own career of knitting. So she creates like baby clothes, baby toys, like towels, all of those things that like little babies would want and stuff, and she sells them on her Plopsy account. So the daughter got a lot of inspiration from her mum, and that's why they both have accounts on Plopsy, but she doesn't tell her mum because she doesn't want to like let her mum know that she's getting all this like extra income in, because she also gets pocket money. But what she's trying to save for is a puppy, and her mum's already said to her, "You're not having a puppy. The puppy is not going into my house, so don't even think about it." But I think it's going to be like, if you've ever watched Beethoven, it's going to be a Beethoven moment. They're going to sneak the puppy in. I think that's the second film, when so Beethoven has puppies with the other lady dog, and then the kids think that the woman's evil, so they grab all the puppies and they sneak them home and they hide them in their hat, and they like get up in the middle of the morning and they feed all the things. That's what I think is going to end up happening in this storyline. So there were 2 other twins in the game, in this family. So one of the, to be honest, I have done the typical, one twin is girly and the other one is slightly tomboyish, but they share a room, so their bunk beds are slightly different. So as you can see at the moment, I'm decorating the bathroom. To be honest, normally I don't show my bathrooms because I think they're quite boring to watch being built, but I absolutely love the CC that I used in this bathroom. So like that little hairdryer, the little bottle of Listerine. I'm pretty sure them pills are for I don't know what they're called, like mum, like when you've just had a baby or when you're trying for a baby, those pills, that's what I think they are. But I don't know why I've put them in here, because the mother is not trying for a baby. She's very happy with all of her 3 children and does not want to have any more. And especially because if they did, they'd probably have to move, or the teenager would have to move out of the house. So yeah, I don't know why I added them. I think they just look quite cute because they were like a little pill jar. So now we're moving on to the parents' bedroom. To be honest, I didn't really like the shape of this bedroom. I found it quite hard to work with, and I think I could have actually done a lot more. So what I wish I had done is, rather than just having 2 little bedside tables that I have there, I wish I had done like a whole, you know, in, is it Dream Home Decorator, they've got like, so the stuff that you can stack on top of each other. So I wish I had like done it so you can stack all around the bed. So there's like, so it's like a built-in, so the bed's like built into cabinets and stuff. But no, I didn't do that. But you never know, I can do that for next time, couldn't I? So yeah, so I do love that cupboard there. So that's from Mount Kohlrabi. What is that? Snowy Escape. That's it. I don't know. Do you know what? I really don't understand why I can't remember any of the names of the packs. I call them like the weirdest things and everything because I just never can remember them. So I'm pretty sure that mirror is from Base Game, and the chair is from Tiny Living. The cabinet there, that is from Parenthood. But yeah, so I think I went to like use quite a lot of CC, like CC books and plants and stuff like that. And I don't know what it is, but whenever I use CC, I get quite guilty about using CC because I'm like, oh, people aren't going to have this in their game, so if they do want to download it, they're going to get annoyed at me. So I end up stopping using CC and then use stuff in games, especially if it's like books and stuff, because I'm like, why am I using CC when I could use stuff that, you know, we've got in game that is exactly the same and stuff. But yeah, I think I should just use what I want to use and not worry about, oh, if people can't find it on downloads, because at the end of the day, this is for me to enjoy and stuff. So that pot there, I love it. So it's actually from the Star Wars pack, and I know like people hated the Star Wars pack, but to be quite honest, I loved it. So I am a massive Star Wars fan. I really like Star Wars. I love all of them. I love the old ones, the new ones. I'm also like, so I absolutely love like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Jaws, Jurassic Park, all of that stuff. Like I like collect like replicas of things as well. So I have like replicas of Harry Potter stuff and replicas of Lord of the Rings. I'm also, so basically, I'll let you know how old I am. So I'm 29, but in September I'm 30. And what I've done is I've created a list of 30 things to do before I'm 30. And one of those things is starting a collection. And although like I've got like a unofficial collection, I've decided to start collecting like pop vinyls. So you know, like them little figurines that have like, you know, they come in like Disney, all of that. And I want to start a collection. The first ones that I'm going to get is the Disney villain set, because I absolutely love the one of, you know, the stepmother in Cinderella. It's got their little weird cat and her, and I love it. So yeah, that's the collection I'm going to start. But there's loads of Star Wars ones that I really want as well. But I understand why people weren't happy with Star Wars, and to be honest, I don't really know why Sims did decide to use it. But the thing that I really enjoyed about it was all of the little figurines that you got with it. So having like mini R2D2s and things like that, so you can put them on the side. Because I mean, I think I created a space room, and honestly that pack came so in like such an handy thing, because I could use all of them as like small little toys and be like, yeah, they're a Star Wars fan. And I think that's wicked. Like if there was like a Lord of the Rings themed one and it had like little figurines of Gollum, honestly I'd be in my element. Any CC creators, please, if you can create little Lord of the Rings figurines for The Sims, please let me know, and please do this. I will pay you money, because like, right, imagine a figurine, right, with Gandalf when he's doing "You shall not pass." I'd be literally in my element. I would love it, absolutely love it. So yeah, any CC creators, please, you'll make my day. So yeah, going back to the build, so as you can see, as you remember me saying, One of the twins was girly and the other was, you know, not so girly. So the bottom one, I decided to give her fairy posters and girly posters. And you see that calendar? Come on guys, what Disney film is it? If you don't know what Disney film it is, you're not a true Disney person. Everyone should know that. But I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Write in the comments what that poster is. But yeah, I decided that that was completely that sim. So yeah, and then I decided, yeah, this one wasn't like really girly. They were more into their sport and stuff like that, and that's why they didn't want a pink like duvet cover and stuff. But because the girlier sim is like probably the like louder one, and she really like, she kind of bosses the other twin about a bit, that's why the rest of the room is like quite inspired by pink. Because yeah, the one who's on the bottom bunk definitely rules the roost and basically gets to decide everything, and the other twin is just like, I hate pink, but fine, if it stops you from complaining so I don't have to listen to you continue, then I will do it. And so these things I'm currently putting on there at the moment, they are CC items. So how cute is that little blackboard that says, what does it say? Does it say new? Like NEW, or I don't know, but it still looks really cute. And I think that that's a really like cool thing to like have in like the game and stuff, because you can literally like, you can imagine like your children going into their room and they're practicing spelling, or they want to draw stuff, so they draw on their whiteboard, or they're pretending that they're in schools and all of their toys are at school and stuff, so they've got a little whiteboard they can play in. So I really like, so that's one of the things I'd like. I mean, I've said it already in this video, I like that CC brings that realistic factor, like that CC I just put that down there. Like look, it's a drawing with pencils around it, and it actually looks like one of the kids could have drawn that. And it has like a little sim, like Plumbob on the top of it. So yeah, I think CC is great, and I really wish the sim would put more clutter in it to make builds look realistic. The one things that I wish I'd used that were in game and stuff is, so you know how you've got like the little stack of CDs and stuff, I think that's really good clutter that I should use more of, and I probably will when I stop using CC for my builds and stuff. Do you know what, I'm going to put the question out there, do you think I should stop using CC, or do you think, nah, Rachel or TragicPlumbob, keep using it? Because I'm more, you know, I'm open to like using it and stuff, and do you know what, I think I actually like, I enjoy using it. So moving on to the build, another shell challenge that I'm thinking of doing is a hallway shell challenge, and the reason for that is I don't know how to decorate them at all. I was actually recently just watching a build by Jessica Pye YT, which was a Tudor inspired build, and because it was quite a large build, it had a lot of hallways in it. And one thing that she mentioned was she found hallways really like hard to decorate, and I completely concur with this, because I think, yeah, do you know what, you can put one bookcase, you can do this, but what else can you put in a hallway? Because yeah, to be honest, in my current like house my hallway there is nothing in there apart from a radiator and a litter tray, and that's about it. And to be honest, I don't really think that a litter tray would be good. Also, I've just realised something. So I said the mum said no to a dog, but I just put a dog bed in there. Maybe we'll change the story a bit. Maybe they've already got a dog, but the teenager is saving up for a cat. But because they've got a dog, their mum doesn't want them to have a cat. But she's going to sneak, like she's going to get the cat and she's going to steal the cat. Not steal the cat, but you know, she's going to sneak the cat in, and yeah. So now we're moving on to the teenager's room, the one that I described at the beginning. So yeah, she's she makes her own jewellery and stuff. So I kind of imagined her being a bit grungy, slightly hippie. That's why I went for the wood tones on the furniture, because I thought that she really liked, you know, like the sun, the earth, like that nature kind of vibes, and that's why she's got the sun bedding and stuff. The dream catcher as well, just to give those like earthy. Do you know what? I actually think rather than grunge, it's probably more boho hippie. Yeah, do you know what? I haven't actually created this sim yet, so when I do create her, she's going to be like boho style, I think, because look, that is a boho room, isn't it? Although I think it would have been good if she had a circular mirror. Do you know what? The one you might have just seen me then try to make the mirror smaller, That is the one thing that's really annoying about mirrors and windows, is that when you try to shrink them, the glass stays exactly the same. So the paintings I've just put on the wall, again, are CC. I would like to redo this build, but not have any CC. I think I would like to redo the shape of it as okay. So just to make you all aware, a few things went slightly wrong in the video. So what I ended up having to do was I had to basically rejig the video around, but it's now messed up the voicing. So there's a few points where I'm like saying, oh, and you can see like the mirror has moved there, but you can't actually see the mirror move because it was slightly before. And I've just been recording for 29 minutes, and yeah, I'm not as professional as all of these other YouTubers, and to be honest, I'm probably not going to record again. So I'm just going to carry on from where I left off originally. So yeah, we're still decorating the teenager's bedroom. I'm just cluttering it up at the moment with like some girly things. I think like I use like some face creams and stuff. I see them hair straighteners. Don't you think they look awesome? I think they might even be curlers, like a curling wand. It looks so realistic and I love it. I think it looks really, really good. So yeah, I think as well at this point I'm going to put that tree on that has all of the necklaces and stuff. And because she is a little bit hippie and things, I thought that she would like, you know, like historical books and things like that. I thought that if she went to university she would do like a history major or something. And still, do you know what, I can still imagine her then also creating jewellery and selling it in the dorm rooms and stuff. How awesome would that be, like if you had someone who was selling jewellery and that actually looked really good at your dorm rooms. So yeah, I think I am, yeah, just as I said, I'm just cluttering this room at the moment just to make it look like it is like, you know, a teenage girl that's like living in her room and just leaves rubbish everywhere. Yeah, so that little whale there, that's by, it sounds like Pierre Sim, and his CC is great, or their CC is great, so I would highly recommend like going and having a look at those. So yeah, there's the little tree that has the necklaces next on it and stuff. So yeah, I thought it really went with like the theme of her because of like, you know, it's a tree shape, it has necklaces on it, so yeah, it went with that theme of her creating jewellery. So yeah, not much more to really say on this bedroom. We are going to be shortly going downstairs to decorate the downstairs part of the room and stuff. So the wallpaper that I use, I think, is by Felix Andre and Harry, and it's the part of the Tiny Toddlers pack. I think that's what it is, but I know that it's like spelt slightly differently, but I can't actually remember how it's spelt. Basically, I just can't ever remember names of anything, so yeah, so here we're just decorating the hallway, and yeah, as mentioned, I find like hallways really difficult, so that you're not doing like the same thing over and over again. But yeah, like what do you put in a hallway? Let me know. What do you put in a hallway? What's in your hallway? I think I am going to do a shell challenge and like do a prize as well, maybe one of my like coasters and stuff. So I do have a new coaster, and if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I have done this. I've done an image of Bonehilda and the Grim Reaper dancing together, and it's called Dancing with Death. I don't know why, I just think that they are my favourite characters in Sims. Very cliche, I know, but I just think they would be awesome together. It was actually quite interesting when I first created that. I had quite a few Spanish followers who were like, but the Grim Reaper is a girl, it's not a boy. And I was like, I've never known anyone to think that the Grim Reaper is a boy, but I had to look into it. And yeah, the Grim Reaper I think in Spain is classed as a female, it's not classed as a male. So that concept was really difficult, and I was like, well, I mean, to be fair, even if it was a female, it could still be dancing with Bonehilda. But yeah, no, I mean, I think it's because I referred to it as the king, and they're like, but it can't be a king because it's a girl. But yeah, no, I never really look at Grim as a female, really. But then I guess, you know, I guess Grim doesn't have to be a he or a she, so. But yeah, no, I just thought that was really interesting, just to like hear like different cultures on what they believed. But anyway, I've got a coaster which is of Grim Reaper and Bonehilda dancing together. I did actually do a giveaway recently. I think, well, it was around Halloween actually, and I gave one away, and the person who won it was a fantastic creator called Jen. Have a look at her Instagram. Her builds are so good. Like, she done this street build one recent, like, well, it wasn't that recently, it was quite a while ago, but I still remember it now because it was really, really good. So if you are interested, have a look at Instagram, and will find so many people. But yeah, I was thinking about putting these onto my Etsy because I haven't yet. I haven't put them on my Etsy yet, just because honestly just so much stuff has been going on in my personal life that I just haven't had much time to do that. So would you be interested in seeing the Bonehilda and Grim Reaper coaster? If so, yeah, let me know. Give a like to this YouTube video, and I'll certainly get them onto my Etsy and let you guys see that they're available. But yeah, anyway, moving on. So I'm now doing the kitchen build. So the counters are from the Parenthood pack, and the oven I'm pretty sure is from Dream Home Decorator. The chairs are from the industrial kit. So are the lights. The microwave, I think, is base game, and I've used a few clutter items from different packs, but there is quite a few CC items. So in a moment you'll see, I think it is a bread on it's a piece of bread on a chopping board being cut and stuff, and I think that is really realistic, because kids are hungry, so mum's gone downstairs, quickly chopped some bread to get sandwiches ready, and then she's just quickly gone somewhere else to sort something and just left it there, and then it's kind of all ready to go. So I really like aspects like that, so I do like to add them to my builds and stuff. Kitchens are probably one of my favourite places to clutter. So yeah, I am at the moment just finding pieces of CC. So one thing that I wish I did, that Jessica Pie YT does, is she gets all of the clutter, she puts it on the floor first and then puts it everywhere, whereas I don't. I scroll through, find things, put it places, and I think that actually takes a lot longer, and then it also takes longer editing it as well. So I might start doing that, because yeah, as you can see, I do watch other creators and take a lot of inspiration from their videos and things, mainly on how they build and stuff, because yeah, I find especially Sim Lissy, I find her builds really inspiring. Whenever I watch it, I'm like, oh my god, I need to play Sims, I need to go and play it, because it just makes me really, as I say, really inspired. So at the moment I'm just trying to find artwork, I'm just trying to find different things in the game, just to make it look a little bit lived in. So this part of the room, I was slightly unsure how to furnish all of it. As I said, I'm not very happy on the layout of this room, on the layout of the house. I think I could have probably done something I could have done stuff slightly differently. So what I did here was I put the dining room there, I put another sofa in this room, and then the room next to it, we see where that triangle archway is right next to the table. That is going to be the secondary living room, and I'm going to put the other room next to it is going to have the TV and stuff, so it's a bit more the actual living room where people relax in, whereas I don't know why I decided to do a dining room, a sofa, and then another sofa. What I think I should have done in hindsight is yep, that's the dining space, but then the next part of it, rather than putting a sofa there, it was another desk with a computer, so that if the children wanted to use a computer to do their homework or whatever, then that was there. But yeah, for some reason I decided to put another sofa in another living room, and I'm like, they don't really need that, to be honest. But I think I had in my mind that there was the loud living room and the more relaxing living room. So the one with the dining room is kind of where the kids would sit and argue and stuff. Maybe I should have tried to have included a kind of kids, two living rooms, and had one as a kids space and another one as the adult space. Maybe I'll do that actually in another build, because the reason why I say that is I do actually know someone that that's how their house was made up. So they had two living rooms, and one of the living room was for adults only, and the other living room was for the children, teenagers, and like basic, like I mean obviously like the kids could go into the adult living room, but if they spoke or did anything then the parents would tell them off and stuff, which yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't think that's not personally like what I like the idea of, like if I had kids and stuff, us all being in the same room, you know, maybe watching like a film together and playing games and stuff. But yeah, but I think it's a good idea to do, and especially like in Sims and stuff, it's like you can use like, you know, you've got two spaces that are like living rooms but can have different layouts and stuff. So yeah, might give that a go actually. So yeah, as I said, we're moving on to the weird sofa area that I decided to add in. So when I was building this, I think the plant kit had recently just come out, so of course I had to try and use every single one of those plants in this build, because why not? So also just to mention as well, so when I'm building, I have been using the Dove free shade. Yeah, as I say, I prefer using reshades in my game because I think like the normal colour is quite ugly. But the one thing that I've noticed, so when I watch Sim Lissy, her videos, like her Dove reshade doesn't look blurry, whereas when I'm building and stuff, I find reshade really annoying to build with because the build and buy bar is actually really blurry, and like sometimes I can't properly see what's in the build and buy, and I have to like click on it and stuff. Does anyone know why that is, or is it just my screen, is it just my graphics, or am I doing something wrong? But yeah, anyway, so we're moving on to the second living room. So as I said, yeah, I wanted this one to be a bit more like the living room that everyone hangs out in. This is where we watch a film and stuff. Again, so what I think I tried to do, and I didn't do very well, was I tried to do a different layout, use a different type of sofa, and yeah, I'm not too happy again with how this come out. I swear that's all I say about my builds. I'm not too happy with how this came out. Maybe I should try and be a bit more positive about my builds, but yeah, no, to be honest with you, yeah, I think it looks okay. I think living rooms is another thing that I struggle with. I think I find them quite difficult to like make look full and homely. I think bedrooms I find really easy, kitchens I find quite easy, and bathrooms as well I find really easy to like make look filled up. But living rooms, yeah, I struggle to make them look full and homely. They look quite like I think sometimes my living rooms look a bit like a showroom. So yeah, not my cup of tea. But I have used a little bit of CC, so I used like a little scarf and stuff, which I think was quite cute. Oh, now I deleted it. But yeah, so that rug is probably one of my favourite rugs, apart from, so the industrial kit, the fluffy rug, that's my favourite. And then also this one from Dream Home Decorator, it comes with like, I think it's like the one that you get with the career. But yeah, I love it. I think it looks, I actually want one in real life. Has anyone made this rug yet for like real life? Because, do you know what, that is a banging idea, isn't it? Create rugs that are from The Sims for real life. I would buy them. I would buy into that. If anyone does make the rugs that are in Sims, let me know, because I will give you my money. So yeah, at the moment I'm just trying to find some flooring and stuff. So something that I do as well is if I use like wooden flooring, I'll end up using wooden flooring throughout the build. But realistically, like in my kitchen, like my living room is carpet, and then it goes into my kitchen, and my kitchen is like laminate flooring. So realistically, your whole house isn't wooden. I mean, I know some people's are, but not everyone. So I have been trying to like change the flooring up in different rooms depending on where it is. But yeah, now we're moving on to so we did have a secondary bathroom downstairs. Is it weird to have a bath downstairs? I think baths downstairs are a little bit strange, because I find it weird that you would go downstairs, have a bath, get your towel on, then have to run upstairs and get dressed again. Does anyone have a bathroom downstairs? I know I've got a few friends that do, and they're in the same mindset as me that it should be upstairs, but it's just not. So yeah, let me know. So again, we're just working on the hallway in the living room. Not the living room, in the entrance hallway. So again, struggling to find things to put into this to make it look homely. Yeah, it's quite a difficult thing to do. I think, yeah, I will end up doing like a shell challenge just to see what people's ideas are, especially when it comes to around the stair area, because you need enough space for the stairs, but there's not enough room to actually put other things, or like for it to be like, you know, like you can't put like a load of sofas in there, because then it's just like effort to try and move around everywhere. So I think this is the last room that I have decorated. This has been a very difficult video to talk through the whole of, because yeah, my voice is going, and I am planning to record some more videos, but who knows, might not actually be able to do it. So yeah, this is the mum's office. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, she is she knits like baby clothes and baby toys and stuff, and that's her little side business because she is a stay-at-home mum, but she didn't want to just do like things around the house. She did want to have her own business, and because the father's job allowed them to, like, his income kind of supports them with their like bills and rent and stuff, she thought, well, why not have her own little business like this? So this is just her little office. I really wanted it to be like kind of cute and represent what she does. But yeah, anyway, we're moving on to the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed my build. If you did, please feel free to subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye guys.